Today we have a Korg MicroStation. I've had this for a number of years. I bought it used and it's been real reliable. However, lately I've noticed that one of these output jacks is not working as intended, and it started cutting out on me and just giving me one channel. So what I'm going to do is open this thing up and inspect what's going on in here. I think it's pretty clean, otherwise it's just this one of these jacks is bad, so I think I might just replace both of them. But the first challenge is to get this case off, the cover off of this thing. And with keyboards, I've noticed it's not always obvious how to get the covers off, or a lot of electronic items are like that as well. So what we want to do is first we're going to turn it over. I watched a couple videos on this, and I just thought if you have a Korg MicroStation, it might be useful if you want to get in there, because you can change out, I think they come in octave links on the keyboard, and the top part is like a separate unit itself. But it looks like all these pieces, all the knobs and everything are all still available if you want to do a repair. And so what I'm going to do is put a piece of wood down and use that to help protect these knobs over here, because I don't want to put any pressure on this if I can help it. Okay, there's a number of screws back here, and I've already taken out these on the kind of the obvious screws. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. And what I need to do now, because this just didn't pop off, I could tell it was still connected somehow, so I'm going to guess it's these next bunch of screws. Let me see if there's a screw under there. Velcro's good, but sometimes it gets in the way, so I'm going to guess there's not a screw underneath there. Okay, so in addition to these other outer screws, there's 19 of these little screws in there. So definitely have your cordless screwdriver charged and ready to go. Now this should pop right off. So I'm always careful with this in case there's a screw hiding somewhere. I don't think there is. And I have one of these automotive, they're like a nylon pry bars. You can buy them in kits off Amazon and stuff. But they're kind of nice for these plastic. Okay, something's still connected here. So I think so when you're doing this, sometimes you'll miss a screw. And I don't think there's one underneath there, but, oh, is there? Ha, yes there is. So, there's 20 screws, I lied. Okay, so I didn't check that side, but there was a screw there. Okay, so I've removed the 20 screws off the bottom here, in addition to the larger screws for the outer part of the case. And so this should just kind of pop apart. There you go. If you're doing this and you kind of like this side was really loose, for example, but then if for some reason the other side it was doing something like that, it could be in my case when I first started taking this apart, I didn't take off the screw that was hidden underneath this Velcro strip. So lesson there is always take off Velcro strips and stuff, and I guess I should have realized that it's going to be, well, it's not symmetrical, is it? So these might be the way that those keys are replaced in sections. Anyway, so let's go ahead and we'll take the bottom off. Okay, that looks good. Okay, and so that's really it. So if you're going to be, I might as well clean it out while I'm in there, but if you're going to be in here changing out the keys, which obviously is a lot more work, this is going to be your first step, is to get this bottom off. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to do this in the video, but I am going to be looking at these two. I'll probably just try to find replacements for these jacks, and then go ahead and replace those and move on. Or actually, my jacks are over here. These jacks are over here, okay? So that's where the 1/4 inch jacks are. It's pretty straightforward looking. There's not much else in here. I don't know if I'd want to, I see some videos where people take out the keys themselves, and it's where the rubber contacts are in here. Or where there's you can see the little rubber nib sticking up here. So there's like a rubber membrane on the other side of this. And Well, the rubber membrane has like a little metal piece of metal or graphite or something in there, and when you push the key down, in this case I'm pulling up, whoops, it'll push against the contacts, which will connect the contacts, and that makes your signal go through. So it's a real simple concept. I don't know if there'd be any reason to fiddle with the springs in there. It's not a weighted keyboard. It is sprung. So I think the only thing I'm going to do in here is just blast it out with some compressed air and not do anything else there, but focus on primarily on these output jacks. Okay, so to put it back together, it's just the reverse of everything. So if you really like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you like to, you can subscribe, yay, and keep an eye out for any future content I may have. If you feel generous, you can always leave a small donation. There's a link in the description. I do accept small dollar amounts to help offset some of my cost, and so if this really helped you out, you might consider giving $1 or $2 or whatever to help me fund my channel, because I don't monetize anything. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching.